you become a full-time content creator in 2026 and stop allowing fear and negativity to stop you from living your dreams.
Let's take this overboard now.
Welcome back to Joy's House. I'm seeing way too many creators sleeping on their potential because of fear and not pursuing their dream of creating content. There are way too many people saying they have a dream, they have a passion, but they are afraid of people judging them. They're afraid of being seen. They're afraid of being visible. They're afraid of people finding them online, people that know them, people from their past, family members, friends, whoever it is. They're afraid of the judgment of their certain lifestyle, their aesthetic. It's not pretty enough. It's not aesthetic enough. There are people who are afraid of being judged because their story is a little unpretty. Their story may be a little risky, like a little risque, and they're afraid of showing it and afraid of just being open and honest about their journey, their story, how their testimony. I am seeing way too many people that have so much potential with content creation and starting a business and getting out of the traditional 9 to 5 and being stuck in the rat race of 9 to 5 corporate living. We have to stop being afraid to go after the very thing that is going to potentially change our lives and change the trajectory of our life. This is going to be the year you become a full-time content creator in 2026 and stop allowing fear and negativity to stop you from living your dreams. It pains me to see so many people who have so much fear that they are literally living in comfortability and staying in a comfort zone that no longer serves them, and staying in a position or a career that stopped serving them 5, 10 plus years ago. And they are sitting in it and staying miserable, staying in a place that is not fulfilling to them, does not give them purpose. It overextends them. They're exhausted. They don't have freedom in their life. They are not able to visit their kids at school. They're not able to pick up their kids from school. You're not able to take a vacation when you need a vacation. You have to request sick days. There are people who are tired of the rat race, tired of being in traffic for an hour or plus to get to work. There are people who are literally working just to pay for daycare. You're literally going to work just to pay for daycare, and there's nothing left over at the end of the day. I want to see more people not accepting that as their future and not being okay with mediocrity. There are so many ways to escape that, and social media has provided an escape for us as creators, as people who own a computer, a cell phone. There are so many opportunities available for people to not have to settle for one income, not have to settle for being stuck behind someone's computer screen for 9 hours a day, being exhausted, coming home, and then having to work as a mom or as a parent for the rest of the evening. I want to see so many people pursuing financial freedom, financial independence, being able to work from home, stay home with your family, stay home with your kids. And the reality is that it can literally happen for you, but you have to let go of the fear. You have to let go of the what ifs, of all the things that could potentially happen because of fear. Fear has crippled so many people. Fear had crippled me for a long time. I let fear cripple me from so many things in my life, from so many things in my past. Fear has stopped me from speaking up for myself. Fear has stopped me from pursuing opportunities. Fear has stopped me from going on certain interviews that I could have been qualified for. Fear has stopped me from obtaining certain relationships, just so many different things. And I got to the point where I said, enough is enough. I'm no longer letting fear control my life and control my destiny. Now, I can understand the fear of being seen. and the fear of being visible to the internet, the fear of being visible to people from your past, friends. Now, I can totally understand that because I was there. And here's the solution: block them on all platforms. Block as many people as you can block in order for you to feel comfortable showing up for yourself and providing a better future for yourself. If that is the only thing stopping you, getting in your way from posting the content, block them. Block as many people as you can, block as many people as you need to, just block them. Because that literally got me over the hump towards pursuing the dream that I had such a passion and desire for. And that was the one thing that was standing in my way. And so I said, what is my goal and how am I going to get to my goal? We have to allow ourselves to take the steps toward actually achieving the goals that we have for ourselves. If you have a goal of pursuing financial freedom, what are the steps you need to take towards pursuing that goal? If what you're doing currently today is not allowing you to reach that goal, stop doing what you're doing and change the steps towards actually achieving that goal. So, what you're doing, if you're overspending and not putting any money in your savings account, but your goal is to have financial freedom, then what do you need to do? You need to change your behavior, your habits, and do things that actually position you towards achieving your goal. If your goal is to be home with your kids in the evening and help them get ready for bed and not having to go to work and work the night shift and not being able to be home with your kids, then what are the steps that you need to take in order to make that happen? If what you're doing right now is not helping you get to that goal, then what you're doing is not serving you. Then you need to change what your behaviors and switch them to doing steps that actually position you towards achieving those goals. And I just am so passionate about encouraging creators and motivating creators because I know what it feels like to let fear stop you from so many things. And tomorrow is not promised. We don't know what tomorrow holds. We literally have no idea what tomorrow can bring. Do you want to be at the end of your life and say, I wish I would have pursued my passion. I wish I would have pursued my dream. I wish that fear would not have stopped me from achieving those goals. I wish I would have just taken a chance and bet on myself and not let fear cripple me for my entire life. What if you only have a week left? Are you going to continue letting fear stop you from achieving that goal that you have? What is the worst that can happen if you post that content? What is the worst that can happen? I want you to actually answer that. Put it in the comments. What is the worst that can happen if you hit post? I want to know. And then after you write it out, let me know, is that thing that you commented, is that worth losing your dream over? Is that worth not pursuing your goals? Is that worth not having a better life and a better future for yourself? If the answer is no, then you need to start today. And let me help you because I finally took the plunge in 25. I went all in on my content. I went full time on my content because I said enough is enough. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I no longer had the energy and the desire to continue working for a person who had no concern, no care for my future, no care for my well being, no concern for me being sick, no concern for me taking vacation days, no concern whether or not I was able to pick up my child from school. I said, enough is enough. I'm tired of making $19, $20 an hour, being stuck at a computer screen for 10 hours a day and barely making ends meet, barely having enough left over to put in my savings account, literally scraping by. I said, enough is enough. This will be the year that I change my life. This will be the year that I go after content creation. This will be the year that my future changes. This will be the year that I pursue financial independence. I am no longer letting fear stop me. I'm no longer letting fear hold me back. I'm done with it. Until you get to that point, you're going to continue making excuses and you're going to continue settling for mediocrity. And I don't want to see that for you. I don't want to see you continue to settle. There are so many opportunities available to you. All you have to do is just start. Let me know in the comments if you're ready to start because I'm here. I'm rooting for you. Let me know how else I can encourage you in the comments below and be sure to subscribe for more creator encouragement. Welcome back to Joy's house.